guys, I'm back in New York. So I'm here for a callback, so I'm really excited about that. If you guys don't know, a callback is basically like making it to the second round of a shoot. So they already like you, but they're trying to figure out who they want from like the finalists. So I'm walking right now to my callback. I'm actually like pretty early, so I'm excited about that because my bus came into the city right on time. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. The weather is nice today too, so I'm not dying in the cold weather. And everything went well as far as I'm concerned. I did my best, and at the end of the day, if I don't get it, it was just like not for me. But yeah, so I am back home, and the reason why I wanted to make this video is to share basically a little bit about my frustration with the fact that I don't live in New York and that I am not willing to say that I do just to get into an agency and things like that, because I think that telling the truth is the best thing that you can do. Maybe some people can live with it, but I know that for my mental health and for my well-being and for my happiness and being proud of myself and proud of the person that I am, I know that not telling the truth about where I live would actually not make any kind of good, basically. And also because I feel like models like ask me about my journey and ask me about how did you get in here and blah 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 and all that stuff. I want to be honest with them, and I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I got into this agency because I lied about where I live. Like, I don't want to do that. And if I don't tell them that I lied, I would be lying to them by not telling them that I did lie to getting there. You know, it's just like, it just doesn't make any sense for me in the big picture. Also, I don't want to ruin a relationship with an agency that I really want to be with when they eventually find out that I've been lying. Or like, I just don't like, I don't know how they will look at me and they'll be like, oh, you just told that you live here. Actually, you don't live here. Like, there's so many scenarios that I think about. Like in Spanish, there's a saying that says, la mentira tiene patas cortas. And in English, I don't know exactly how it will translate, but basically it says like the lie has really short legs, meaning that it can only go on for a certain amount of time and then everybody will find out, and it's just like, it's pointless basically. So for the people that feel the exact same way, for the people that don't want to, you know, for the people that want to say the truth like me, or for the people that think that nice guys finish last, I have a story for you. So hopefully this will change your mind, or this will encourage you to keep, you know, pushing through and just, you know, do what's right. Because at the end of the day, I do think that doing right is the right thing, because it might not get you the most amount of money, but at least it'll make you a good person and you'll be happy with yourself, which at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So I was making this video, right, and it's the following day. I just finished recording a self-tape, by the way. But yeah, so it's the following day after I recorded this video, and I had a change of perspective a little bit. I think yesterday I was very frustrated, to be honest, because of like I said, I posted on my like Instagram too, like a lot of people encourage me to lie to get where I want to get and things like that. And it's just like frustrating, you know, because you're trying just to like stick with who you are as a person and how you want to achieve things and things like that. But, you know, I got reminded that yesterday, which I know, like I think I said in the video and I know this, but somebody else reminded me that I cannot compare myself to other people's journeys, because one of the reasons why I'm so frustrated in this video is because I find out of girls who are signed to these big agencies that I want to be signed with, and I know they don't live in the city. So that's why I'm like so frustrated. I know like one of them, she did not say the truth about that, and then yesterday I got reminded that I just don't need to like compare myself to other people's journeys. And then I also got reminded that honestly, like, there's a reason why agents don't want to sign you if you don't actually live in the city. And yes, you definitely get castings that are last minute, and there's a lot of opportunities that are happening already when you're already like living in the city that you miss out on if you're not already there. So if an agency feels that you're not gonna get that much jobs because you don't live there, then they're not gonna get that much money, then there's really not much point of signing you, even though you will be happy if you get like a job or two every now and then. But yeah, so that's like the change of perspective that I had with this video, and I still like wanna like give you guys like this story that I still think that you need to like keep your word and like things like that. So I hope this makes sense. But anyways, so basically I'm gonna chop this story like really short because it's actually a really long story. But basically I had been submitted to 2 different jobs. I think I wasn't on hold on any of these jobs, and you know how it is, like you are submitted to jobs and then you never hear when you not got it. So basically I had been submitted to these 2 jobs. It was already like later on, like a couple days had passed and I had not hear anything, you know, and obviously like I need to pay my bills. So I decided to pick up a promo job. So basically I was already working this promo job when one of the jobs called me and told me, you got the job, congratulations. So I was freaking out, and obviously like I did not want to just leave this promo, so I did my best to tell the promo agency. And the thing with promos is, the good thing about promos is that as long as you get a replacement, you're fine, like nothing bad really happens. So I talked to the agency that hired me, they got a replacement, everything was fine with the client, so I did not just like leave. Like I would never do that, you know. And honestly, after that actually specific story that happened to me, I decided to stop taking promos in advance and only take promos when I was like 100,000% sure that I was like completely available, because I just cannot live with that pressure in my life, to be honest with you. That's stress. So basically like that happened. And then when I was already literally getting ready to leave the state to go to New York to shoot this, I'm literally telling you, like literally that we're getting ready to leave, the other job lets me know that I got it too. And both jobs were being shot at the exact same day. So there was absolutely no way that I could take both jobs. So this job that they let me know literally right when I was like literally like less than 24 hours before the actual job was, they just told me a day before, it paid double than the job that I previously said yes to. So it was a lot of money on the table for me. So I remember what my dad told me, which was basically like, in business you have to keep your word. Like you cannot not keep your word, basically. Like if you say yes to something, you stick to it. So I was remembering that, and I was like, oh my god, like whatever, like I'm just not gonna take it, you know, like no. And the thing is that even if I wanted to take it, that meant that I would have to lie to the other client, and like that, like I said, is something that I don't want to do. So I was like, it was like, stay strong, Andrea. It's not all about the money. You always want to work in New York. This is an opportunity that you rarely ever get to do. So stick to your word. So that's what I did. So I took the job and everything, right? I told one of my friends that I did that, and she was like, oh my god, please tell me that you took the job that paid more. And I was like, no, I took the job that I said yes first to. And she was like, oh my god, like this, like people like do this all the time, like they wouldn't care about it, like blah blah blah. And I was like, no, like I just want to stick to my word and stuff, you know, blah. Then I got to the actual shoot, and then it turns out that they will pay you half of what they offered you first, and then only after the commercial gets aired, they will pay the other half. Meaning that if this commercial wouldn't get approved and wouldn't get aired, I would not get the other half, meaning that this job will pay even less than what it originally had been paid, meaning that comparing it to the other bigger job, it's now, this other job is like 4 times bigger now with that like cut. So obviously I felt like frustrated because, you know, for me, like I said, like it's just like, it's a good amount of money, you know. So anyway, so I went on like this for like a few months. I felt a little frustrated because I only got the first half of the check, And then I kept telling people the story, you know, because obviously, like, once you're involved in that environment and you meet other people in the industry, you want to hear what they think and what they do. And it have, for me, like, if other people have gone through the exact same thing, it helps me keep going, you know. So I like to tell people, like, oh, you know, like, this happened, it was crazy, blah blah, but you know, but I kept my word. And everyone, like 99% of the people that I told the story was like, you should have just gotten that job that paid more, like, you should have just done that. And obviously that made me feel bad because I only had to get paid half of the first job, and I felt bad about the other job. I felt like I was never gonna shoot with that client again. I felt like I had ruined a relationship too, and things like that. So I was just like, okay, Andrea, like, whatever, you know, move like forward. A few months later, finally I get paid the other half of the job, like finally, after like months of waiting. And I was like, okay, cool, awesome, like at least it wasn't that bad. And then fast forward to months later, I actually got an email that the client that I couldn't get the job with, that paid more money, wanted to shoot me. I mean, like, wanted me to model for their brand. And the shoot paid way more money this time. And I was like, oh my goodness, maybe, I thought to myself, maybe if I had gotten the job the other time and I had not kept my word and I had left the other job and I had taken the one that paid more money, maybe I would have not gotten this job that even pays more money this time. So I was like, okay, that's awesome, that's really cool. Like, I did not ruin my relationship, like, I got both jobs at the end and everything, you know. And this is just like in my mind. I did the job was amazing and everything. And then I have a friend that got the same job, like with the same brand later on, and he told me that this particular client doesn't like to book the same model twice. That means I was able to make a few $1,000 more by keeping my word, by being honest, by not making it all about the money, and by just being a good person, than by leaving everything really quick because something was shinier and brighter at that moment. It's snowing, oh my god, no. But yeah, guys, so that is the freaking story. So yes, I am very, very happy that I kept my word and I did not give in to all these people that were telling me that I should have gone with the one that paid more money at the beginning. So the point of me saying this is that I think that your journey is yours and you have to make the decisions for you and what you think is right for you, and not what other people are trying to make you think that you should do. Because I feel like every time I talk about like not living in New York and things like that, like other models, like they kind of like, not everyone, but a lot of them pressure me into either lying or, you know, like lying or like doing things differently. And I think that they don't know my situation. They don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now that time has passed by and I've seen like what happens, like for example with this story, what happens with me when I keep my word and when I don't do it all about the money. And it really has shown me that when people have an opinion that's different than mine in terms of like my journey, you know, like, remember who you are and remember why you're doing the things that you're doing. Obviously, it's good to take criticism, like constructive criticism, and it's good to listen to other people's opinions and listen to different point of views. But if those point of views and if those opinions that people are giving you, they don't align with who you are, with how you want to do things, with how you want to achieve things, then just don't let that get to you. Because to be honest with you, like, I don't know if it has happened to you, but honestly, it does get to me sometimes, you know. Sometimes I feel frustrated, sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel like, am I doing all this wrong and things like that. And then I remember, like, come on, like, this is my journey, this is what I have to do, this is how I want to do things, this is how I want to make my bed, this is how I want to die on my own sword, not like on someone's terms or opinions. And yeah, so this is the point of the video. It's a little bit of like a rant and a little bit about please stay true to yourself, and please do what's right, and please don't do everything because of the money. Like, I know money is important, obviously, yes, like we need it to buy our food and stuff, but there's an extent, and I think there has to be a limit of what are the things that you're willing to do for the money, because honestly, money is not everything, guys. Like, literally, it's not. You are more likely to make more money and be happier if you are a good person. That's just how I feel about it, to be honest. I mean, for me, it's working. So we'll see. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful in any way. Hope it gave you hope, or hope it helped you in some kind of way. And if it did, please don't forget to hit that like button, and also comment down below if you have any thoughts, any questions. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on my Instagram and on my TikTok. They're both same username. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. So it's basically the same message, but less frustration, basically. The moment that I tell an agency that I am living in New York is the moment that I'm actually gonna be living in New York. And it's just, I think it's the price and the sacrifice that I would have to do to get where I want to get, instead of like trying to cut corners and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I feel a lot better now, but it's the same message.